Good evening, everyone. We're here for the Poland Township Board of Zoning Appeals, June 11th, 2025. My name is Ricky Morrison. I'm going to chair the meeting tonight, and I'd like to first start with the roll call of our members up here.
Bob Durick.
Dave Long.
Arthur Kelty.
All right, thank you very much. We have some old business to take care of. We had a meeting on May 7th, 2025, and we did receive the minutes. Did everybody receive the minutes? Any questions, concerns? Can I get a motion to, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry, Sherlock.
No, I don't have any.
Oh, okay.
Did we say what date that was, the meeting?
May 7th, 2025.
May 7th?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes.
I will.
Bob, second?
A second.
All right, Mr. Kelty, thank you.
You want me to pull the board?
Yes, please.
Okay. Bob Durick?
Yes.
Arthur Kelty?
Yes.
Rick Morrison?
Yes.
John Grahovic?
Absent.
Oh, right. David Long?
I wasn't here, I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you
so
were
you're
here.
abstaining?
Right,
Yes, you were.
You
Yeah, I'd have
say-
to abstain.
Oh, he's abstain, okay.
All right, perfect. So we have 4 cases tonight to hear, and our first case is Mr. Pitsula, and it's case number ZA 02-25. It's 8375 Morningside Drive, Poland, Ohio. And he's looking to put up an accessory building, and we have a zoning permit denial form. And it says no detached accessory building in an agricultural state R1, 2, or 3 residential district shall exceed 1 story or 15 feet in height. The appellate requests an increase to 17 feet 4 inches in height. The maximum square foot and floor area of the described accessory building shall not as follows: R1, 2, and 3 residential 600. The appellate requests a 32 by 65 accessory building measuring 2,080 square feet. Appellate will also be removing the existing accessory building on the property. So that's our zoning permit denial form. And then in our packet, we have an application from the Board of Zoning Appeals that he filled out. And then we have a letter of intent from Mr. Pitsula, and I'll read that for the records here in a second. I'm just going to go through our packet. We also have an aerial view of his property, a zoning district view, a auditor's report sheet, and a sketch for his blueprints for the building he's looking to construct. So his letter of intent reads as follows. To whom it may concern, I am writing this letter to formally express my intent to apply for a building permit for the construction project located at 8375 Morningside Drive within the jurisdiction of your department. The scope of the project includes construction of a single-family residence in which we will tear down the existing structure and in the backyard and replace it with a full structure building that is 65 feet long, 32 feet wide, and inside structure 12 feet high. The shingles and vinyl siding will coincide with the house along with 50 amp electric service. There will be gutters on the building. In addition, the structure will be behind the house and not seen from the street. We are going to be using engineered trusses that are specific to the area we live in, Mahoning County, for, snow weight in parentheses. The proposed work will be carried out in compliance with all applicable zoning codes, ordinances, and safety regulations. Enclosed are the required documents, included architectural plans and other necessary forms to submit along with the official permit application. Should you request any additional information, then he puts his phone number and email address. Sincerely, Mr. Pitsula. So I'm asking, is there anybody here that would like to speak on behalf of Mr. Pitsula, or is Mr. Pitsula here?
Yeah.
Please approach and state your name and your address for the record.
Brett Pizzula, 8375 Morningside Drive, Poland, Ohio, 44514.
All right, is there anything else you want to add? Oh.
Yeah.
Do we usually do?
No, we never have.
We haven't, have we?
Do other districts do that? Really?
Here, all right. Good.
You promise you're not lying
I'm
to
not
me?
not trying to steal anything here, so,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'll swear in. It's,
So-
yeah, there you go. Yes.
So is there
Yeah, this
anything
is
that
a-
you'd like to add or?
No, this isn't like I don't know, a thing I'm trying to pull over on. I got 4 kids in the house and, they're all interested in sports, so I'm trying to build like something that they can, kind of hang out and, get better at stuff.
Sure.
It's not really, it's something that if I was gonna do it, I wanted to make sure I did it the right way,
Yeah.
because I don't, obviously want someone coming over and saying, hey, you gotta tear this thing down and spend a bunch of money on it and things like that. Well, I haven't yet, but
Yeah.
if I did, then I'd have to tear it down. So I just wanted to make sure I went through the right process for things.
All right, excuse me, can I?
Yeah.
So what are you saying you're doing? Because there's nothing in the letter that says you're doing this for what?
I'm doing it like I'm putting a weight room in there. I'm putting a place that they can, pitch. They can throw.
Who, you kids?
My kids, yeah.
Okay, because they don't know what you're talking about. It's not in here, is it, that you're doing that?
No, it's just, he just describes his building in his letter of
Oh,
intent.
okay, because
But on-
you're talking about something, and I'm like, do they know what you're talking about?
Yeah, no, he
Okay.
was just
No,
telling us why
I thought he
needs
said
the
if
building.
there was anything else I wanted.
Yeah,
to
just
let
anything you
guys
wanted
know
to add,
about it.
that's all.
So that's all I was doing.
Sometimes people would, I wanna store a car or,
Yeah.
the purpose for the,
Well, that's what I was given was my purpose for it.
okay.
Yeah.
But if you put that in the letter, I wanna do this, I wanna do this, lawn equipment,
Okay, I mean, I just want them to
You
understand
want me to
because
make another letter and send it in?
No.
Okay, I will if you want.
usually your letter of intent states what you're going to do with the
Okay.
building.
All right.
You did not put that in here, so I thought they were in the dark about what you were doing, because you're going on about a weight room and what else did you say?
Yeah, I wasn't, I was just expressing what the purpose of it
Yeah,
was.
so it's a weight room?
Yeah.
And anything else?
I mean, we're gonna put plyo walls in there for baseball so they can throw baseballs into it, things like that, so.
Okay, whatever that is, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And you said in your letter of intent, you will be tearing down the existing structure, correct?
Yes,
Now, they're gonna obviously do that before they start construction of the new
yeah.
building.
so that's gonna be to what, I'm looking at, to the north and west, is that, it's gonna be like,
I actually think it's to the east of my house.
well, we're, the other bill, I'm trying to figure out there, sometimes I'm directionally challenged.
It's
It
in
looks
the
like, if you're in the back corner, it looks like it's gonna come this way, which would be to the west.
Mhm.
And you're gonna go a little bit like towards the house and then towards like the middle of the property.
Yeah, if I'm looking out my back of my house, it's to the right corner.
That's where it is now, but then you're gonna bring it towards
Yeah,
you,
we'll-
towards your left as you're looking to the backyard. Well, that's right, that's on,
It's just dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but can I ask a question?
Yeah,
A
please.
couple questions, well, you're not gonna conduct a business out of that, no
Mm.
kind of, okay. Any opposition from neighbors?
I went and checked with 3 of them. I didn't know, when I went here, I guess it's more than 3. I thought it was just the people that touched my house. So I knocked on their door and I asked them and they said, no, just like, you're fine.
Yeah, what's,
Well, that's for us to mail them a letter. Those addresses for us. You didn't have to go knock on doors.
Yeah, Patty
But
does
you
that.
can.
I don't knock on the door, but I send them
She
a
sent
letter.
letters. She sends the letters.
We did
directly.
get one person call in and ask if you were doing a business. We
Yeah.
did. And we told them we didn't think so, but we'd ask at the meeting.
what is directly behind your property?
There's actually a huge barn behind my property.
A what?
It's like, I don't know, it's a huge, like,
I
it's
mean,
probably 100 feet long.
On the GIS, is that, what's back, what is directly behind? I mean, I know your street, but what is back there? What is that
So
on the GIS?
this, you could see,
That's all right, no,
you can see right there, that's the building.
what is this just trees? Or is that,
That's grass.
oh, okay,
Yeah, but there's probably like a building that's probably double the size of the building that I want.
'cause when I drove past, I couldn't see back there, it was gonna be dusk a couple times, but it looked like, I thought there was tree, like thick woods or trees back there, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, there are some trees, but directly behind my house is nothing, it's just grass.
Okay.
Any other questions?
How do you even see that? I can't see anything.
On the GIS?
Behind it?
I just couldn't tell from,
When you rode by, you're saying.
well, yeah, I couldn't see. Okay,
Oh.
That's one more question.
Sure.
That would be the question hog. What's the what's the building gonna be considered? Is it gonna blend like with the same, what your house looks like? Is it gonna be, what's the material you're gonna use for it?
Yeah, we're gonna try to match the siding and the shingles, so that it looks consistent.
It's not gonna
with the
stand out or
property.
something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, we've been there, I think, a year and 3 months now, so like, I don't wanna make the neighborhood look crazy, you know?
I mean, you
but-
have to look at it more than anybody else, but it's nothing, you don't want it to be unsightly for your neighbors.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't want them to be bothered by it either, so,
Who's your contractor?
me and my brother,
At Pittsville Homes?
yeah.
I knew it as soon as I saw the name.
Sam?
No, me and my brother are gonna do it.
No,
not Sam.
you're related to Sam?
Yeah, that's my uncle.
And Janet, because I went to school with Janet.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's my aunt.
Anything else?
No,
No? All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Any other questions from the board for him?
I don't have any.
No? No? All right. Thank you. You can sit down.
all right.
Appreciate it. No, don't leave. Please don't leave.
No,
No.
talk about it.
Is there anybody else here who would like to speak on behalf of Mr. Pizzula? Seeing none. Anybody who would like to speak on opposition of Mr. Pizzula? I'm seeing none. Okay. Discussion from the board?
My concern is the size.
It's a big structure.
Yeah, it's like, and the size of on the property that he's gonna put it on. I'm concerned about it being.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It is a big structure, but I also think that the building behind him, and being that there's no neighbors back there, and where the building is going where the existing building is, that far back, correct?
Yeah, it's going, I think I have it on there, it's like 15 feet. Like 15 feet from the back of the property line.
26
6, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's,
and 29 from the side.
so, I couldn't remember the exact dimensions.
60 feet from the house.
Yeah, that's sort of where it's going, like, I mean, obviously, you know, it is a big building, there's no questions about it, I just, you know, like I said, if it's something we can't do, then we won't do it. I want to make sure I went the right way.
Not saying in your case, but sometimes we ask people to scale it down too often. I mean, Ricky's been here longer than any of the rest of us, but we see people that have this postage stamp lot, and they want to put a
Yeah,
big ass structure on it. And
yeah,
I'm thinking either buy a bigger property or put a smaller building on it.
right.
You know, when you put something half the size of your house, I mean, that's a concern. It's,
I guess the only the main concern I would have is that, you know, like you're a responsible guy, you know, you have this vision in mind for what you want to do, and you turn loose of the property, you know, 5, 6 years from now, somebody comes in there and has a whole other idea what they want to do with that structure, and then maybe a different collection of neighbors too. And it's something I think about as we look at the cases here. Like, neighborhoods aren't, you know, they're not static. You know, they're kind of like dynamic entities that are, you know, people are shuffling in and out and all the time. And I'm just kind of wondering. I understand you wanting a nice place for your kids to come, you know, do a pitching machine and all that. It just seems like it's for the size of your lot, you know, and with the way the code's written, it's like you're requesting a variance that would be over three times what the code allows, and I don't know, it seems pretty huge.
I mean,
sorry.
yeah, I definitely understand that, I appreciate that perspective, like, I don't disagree with you on that.
Have you thought about like another way to like kind of get to where you want to go without needing 2,080 square feet?
I definitely tried to make it as small as I could, because you have to pay for it. Obviously, it's going to cost a pretty good amount of money. So I tried to, you know, keep it to the size that I thought would be good enough.
I mean, 600 square feet, that's small. You can't do much in there. Put your lawnmower in there, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
600 is with the
For
ordinance.
the building in the back.
Code.
is-
No, that-
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
code
that's
gets,
what
the
they're
code gets.
allowable.
Oh, yeah, like if I did that, then it would just probably be something that it probably wouldn't be worth doing, which I understand, again, like, I live here because the rules are good, you know, things like that, that's why I live in Bolton, you know, so I appreciate, respect whatever you guys have to say about it. It's not-
Would there be any way you could just downsize it a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we could, I just, at my house, like, obviously, like, it's personal, but like, my kids are getting older,
Sure.
and I'm running out of them.
Yeah.
And so like, again, you know, cable cross machines and squat racks and all good. I got a squat rack in my garage because my son doesn't have anywhere else to put it, so it was just something that I was looking at and I was like, you know, if I could do it, I'll do it. If I can't, then I understand if it's not.
Let me ask you this, how long would it take you to come up with an alternate plan? Would a week be
Yeah.
feasible? Because we have a meeting, we usually don't have meetings twice in a row, but we have one next week. If we tabled this till next week.
24th, isn't it?
Is
When is it?
it next?
I think it's Tuesday.
Oh, next Tuesday, okay.
Katie, is it Tuesday?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we have.
Oh, we're going with you.
So, you want to do?
Somebody represent you?
I mean, it's very uncommon. It's
You
just,
have to give an alternate plan as he's asking.
Yeah.
Do you wish to consider doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I want to make it work. I just, like I said, I'm not involved in baseball, so I won't be here. But if I was, definitely.
Do you have someone that could?
One thing Patty would tell you is that if you decided, if we vote against this or table it, you would come back, you would not be charged, right? He would not
No.
have to pay, you
no,
wouldn't have to pay a
yeah,
separate
that's
fee.
why I want you to come back at the next meeting.
What is next? What is next? What is next week?
Yes.
What's the week? What's next week?
Yeah, 29th.
Katie, is our meeting the 24th?
Yeah,
So it's in 2 weeks, sorry.
24th.
That's even better. So enjoy your vacation when you come back. So let me
Are
ask
we
the board
positive
this.
on this, the date of the meeting?
It is. It's the 24th. So let me ask the board this. Square footage, I think we all can agree that it's a little big for the area, but just so he could make his plans, are you guys okay with the height of the 17 feet, 4 inches?
I'm
I
fine
mean,
with that.
15 is code. I have no problem with the height.
Yeah, and the 35 is I think that's the top maximum height for a building
Yeah,
in the
so
district, so.
the appellate's requested an increase in height to 17 feet, 4 inches.
Which is like a little more than 10%.
Yeah, so I have no problem with that.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
So when you make your new plans, take that into consider. That's fine. No. I just don't want you to,
We can also give you the month.
I'm sorry?
You're good with the height.
The height I have no problem with, just the square footage.
So what square footage would you say it would have to be?
I mean, bring us a plan. That's all I could say. I don't want to say and then, well, for me to say, we'd have to take a vote on what you want to do, and that's, we're trying to help you out, so you can
No,
go
I
back and,
appreciate it. I'm just
you know.
saying, like, I don't want to come in with something that's like,
yeah.
you know, I want to make sure.
I mean, I could,
He would like a boundary to know,
600 square feet. No, I'm just joking.
600 is the allowable
That's the
size.
what you're allowed. So,
So so what is this size? 2,000?
Yeah, I
2080.
can tell you, it's just
I mean, it's,
I think the issue is your lot's not that big. And it's kind of overpowering. So if you could give that a little, reduction, I mean, I don't even, I'm not saying we could tell you a size, but I would definitely reduce it somewhat. We could just tell you no, and would you be willing, you have a couple plans in your head.
yeah. I don't want to give you a number and.
Yeah.
Like, in 2 weeks, I don't want to waste your guys' time.
No,
You won't be
no,
wasting
We
my
already
time.
have a meeting.
No, you're not.
Why don't
wasting
you-
your time.
Can I suggest that you you know, rather than, getting an architect or an engineer to draft up the special prints, just come up with some sketches in your mind. Give us a couple alternatives of
Yeah.
what, of how big it would be and what it would look like.
Right now, or?
No,
No,
No.
a couple weeks.
I mean, if you want to think
I mean,
about
if
it,
Patty's
don't you?
not in the meeting,
Okay, yeah.
he doesn't?
Get busy.
No,
Okay.
because we're gonna table this, so, you don't, no, you don't have to submit it to anybody before the meeting. Just bring a couple sets of plans with you. And just keep in mind, the 17 feet, 4 inches, we're fine. We agree as a board that we will give you that, and we agree with that. So, but don't ever think you're wasting our time. We work for you. So you're a taxpayer, you know.
Okay, you don't need him to have a set of plans like the elevation or anything, because we
No.
know the
No.
height's okay.
No,
We're fine with
So
all-
just a little diagram of a
Right.
different size.
right.
Yeah, a couple of them, if you can.
A couple.
So do we all agree? Can I have a motion to,
Oh,
The only thing I was gonna say, not only for this, or any of the other people in the audience, is we do not set, we are just, we don't set the rules. We're, like some people say, well, could we just have to interpret the rules that have been previously set by,
yeah, we don't write the rule book.
Yeah.
We just try to,
yeah. There's,
So,
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
well, we just,
that's why I did it, because I didn't want, I didn't want to build something and then somebody show up and tell me that, they
Yeah.
not, so like,
Yeah.
that's kind of why.
You're a very smart man.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not upset about it at all. I just.
yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Mhm. No, you're doing right. Everything's good.
You're a
I guess-
builder? Are you a builder?
I landscape right now, but.
Okay,
Like, my brother is, like.
Okay.
I teach.
Oh,
you do?
Yeah, I'm a school teacher at Warren.
Really? And what do you teach?
I teach sixth grade social studies.
No kidding.
And my girlfriend who lives there also teaches, I think she's a literacy coach now,
Okay.
so.
Nice.
Yeah, well, thank you for what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but right now I'm just landscaping, so.
That's right, it's the summer.
What's that?
Teachers got it made.
Yeah, we tabled this, we should keep it.
I'm
You got it totally made.
call for a motion.
are we gonna make a motion?
Okay, so-
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Like, you mean to make a motion?
Yes, we.
To ta- to
we're-
table it.
We're gonna table this. We're
Right.
gonna
Who's
table.
gonna make the motion?
Who?
Yes.
Who's gonna make it? You?
No, you go. Go.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, make a motion.
You taught me everything I know. I'd like to make a motion in the case of ZA-02-25, that the board tables the application from Mr. Pizzulo to request a variance for a building, an accessory building that would be 2,080 square feet. Mr. Pizzulo has agreed to return to the board within a couple of weeks and present some alternative designs that would reduce the square footage of the building that he would like to build on his property. That do it?
Can I just add one thing?
Sure.
That the board agrees to allow Mr. Pizzulo to keep the height requested at 17 feet 4 inches in his new plans.
Are we allowed to do two people on a motion? Okay. Addendum for the height from Rick.
Yes, thank you.
And that height was 17 feet 4 inches.
Yes. I just want that on record that we are agreeing to allow him to have that.
That's fine. Okay, who's going to second that motion?
Can I get a second?
I second the motion.
Mr. Chalk.
Kelty. I'm going to pull the board. David Long,
Yes.
Arthur Kelty,
Yes.
Bob Durick,
Yes.
and Rick Morrison.
Yes. All right. Thank you. You're free to leave unless you want to hang out with us for another hour and a half. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you for explaining things. Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Good.
All right.
And I'll call you, sir. Sir,
Brett?
Brett,
I'll call you to be, let's qualify that date and everything. I'm pretty sure, I have the 24th, just so you know. Well, we should qualify that with you. Okay, have a good vacation.
I have the 24th too.
Yes, all I had to do was look at my phone.
All right, so moving on. We have another case in front of us tonight from Mr. Michael Audi.
Actually, it's Janet Audie.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. Yeah, perfect. All right. From 6730 Boardwalk Drive, Poland, Ohio. And we have a zoning permit denial form. The resident is looking for a minimum yard setback, front yard 50 feet, side yard total of 20 feet, with one side yard having less than 7 feet, and the rear 30 feet. The appellate requests to reduce the front yard setback to 40 feet and the southern side yard setback to 0 feet to avoid wetlands on property known as lot number 8. The side yard the appellate wishes to reduce is for a future swimming pool, which abuts lot number 12 that the appellate already owns and is a non-buildable lot. So that's the permit denial form. And then we have the application that she filled out for the Board of Zoning Appeals. And then we have a letter that I'll read into records as soon as we go through this packet. We have an aerial view of the actual, pretty much the whole development with her properties on there. And then we have a GIS map. We have all of this, zoning district map. And then we have the auditor's information, and we have site plans and we also have a general warranted deed. And then I'll read the letter that was sent in. It says, "To whom it may concern, I hereby request the zoning variance to have my front yard setback reduced to 40 feet. In the future, I plan to install an in-ground pool. Therefore, I request the side yard setback to be reduced to 0 for the pool and all components, as it is abutting my other lot that I own, also known as lot number 12, which is a non-buildable lot, so no one would ever wish to purchase it to live there. The reason I wish to move the house forward is to avoid as much wetlands as possible in the rear of the property. The reason for the side setback is to be able to turn the house again to avoid the wetlands." So is there anybody here who wishes to speak on behalf of Mr. Audi? Come on up and state your name and your existing address for the records, please.
Janet Audie, 6563 North Carolina Place, Poland, 44514. We're actually building in the same neighborhood.
I see that, just back a little further.
It's back on the block on Boardwalk. So it's a corner lot. So we bought the lot next to us, lot 12, which is a wetland, non-buildable. This lot, which we thought was buildable, we're going through all this wetland information, which we did get approved through the EPA because Mahoney County did not have the permits. They wouldn't give us the permit because the developer didn't file the paperwork correctly. But anyway, so we're getting all that done. So to avoid the wetlands in the back to put a pool in, if we come up another 10 feet and angle the house, which if we angle the house, it's going to match the neighbor directly across the street from us. They are already at an angle. So to the right of us, the lot we own, there's no neighbor there. It's us. And then we're on a corner, so there's not another house next to us either. So it should not obstruct, any of the neighbors, okay? Behind us, there would be, we have a neighbor behind us. But if we do move up 10 feet, then the pool wouldn't be like right, we would be a little bit further away also from the neighbors in the back, but.
The pool will be 10 feet closer to the house.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. To allow a little bit more room.
Yeah, I'm visualizing.
Yeah, okay, okay. So basically we're corner lot, nobody on the right of us, nobody on the left of us. If we angle and move up, but we will match the neighbor directly across the street because they're at an angle already also.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's.
I would like to add one thing. They do have to, they lose like the corner and the point in the back. They have to come up 10 feet too. So that's
Right.
shortening them a little bit more. So like if you took this, can you guys see this? If you made it 10 feet this way, 10 feet this way, then that's their backyard setback.
Mm-hmm.
So they lose a little bit of
We
space
do.
at that
Thank
point.
you. Yeah,
I mean, that's, yeah,
my word.
like this is a hard lot to,
Right
Yeah.
here.
yes.
Who's the builder, or who's the,
Testa Construction.
oh, that's who you bought the lot off of?
No, we bought the lot off there are a couple that live in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
And everything was in order, but then when we went to go pull the permits, they told us, no, this is a non-buildable lot. We're like, no, we have all the paperwork. They said the developer,
The developer, that's what I was
The
thinking. You said he
developer
didn't have
said-
proper paper. Who was the developer?
Carmen, I'm not sure the last name.
Harmon Schick,
Oh,
look
okay.
at this page, this has the 10-foot drawings on it.
And so now we had to go through all the EPA. We have to have a bat survey next week come out to make sure there's no bat nesting. There's
Yeah.
4 trees in question that we may not be able to clear the lot until October.
When there's wetlands and cattails, the EPA
It's been
gets,
crazy.
yeah, they
It's
don't,
gonna cost us like $4,000 for them to come out at dusk. For 4 trees, they're gonna see if any, bats are nesting. And
I
if
know
so,
all
we gotta
about
wait.
the migrating of the gnat.
Oh, it's been,
crazy.
this has been, which we thought we were okay when we bought the lot, obviously.
yeah,
but
you didn't realize all the,
No.
yeah, I understand. Anybody have any questions for her?
I don't have any questions.
No, but you guys understand they can never build on this lot
Yeah,
anyway.
that's
So
what I
it's not like a
wanted to
neighbor
ask you.
will ever be
So
in there.
number 12,
Right.
it's
That is
wetlands, so
That can never be built
that
on.
can never be built on. So I want,
And we own that too. We bought that
Mhm.
for the whole purpose of nobody else
Yeah.
being able to, do anything on that lot.
Yeah. So this is a unique situation, unique case, what we had talked about in the past. So, do you guys have any questions for her? No?
Had a hard time understanding. It took me a while, but even after seeing the property, but now I understand
Okay.
better.
She's
what
having a hard time. Just from what she explained.
Well, because they have, you mean for what the relief is?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
5 years, I did not see anything.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Unique.
mean, it
She
is
makes
0
it-
yard setback. 0 yard setback is unheard of.
Yeah.
But when it's against a wetland that no one can build
Right,
on,
that's,
Yeah.
it's to allow them to put a pool in back there.
yes.
They wouldn't, the pool has to be 10 feet. This way they won't have, it won't even be their house. It's the pool that they
Yeah.
want to put.
They just want to utilize every
As
square
much.
foot of their property that
Correct.
they can. So, and they're trying to get the
We're
pool
trying,
closer to the
yeah.
house, which just makes
Right.
perfect sense.
We're trying to
So-
make the best out of the space situation that we can
Sure.
with what we have involved with wetland.
I totally.
So the two things that we're really asking for is the 40-foot front yard setback because it's usually 50.
Right, so we're 10
And
feet.
then, yeah, and then the other thing we're asking for is the southern side yard setback to be 0.
Correct.
And that was it, right?
Yes.
To avoid wetlands known as lot, side yard appellant wishes to reduce, okay, yeah,
And then the angle of the house, if that, I don't.
that's okay.
That's fine.
That's
Yeah,
fine?
that's
Okay,
not an
wasn't
issue.
sure about that.
And like you said, that'll match the neighbor
It'll
or
match
across the
directly
street.
across the street from us anyway, right?
Oh, you thought you couldn't build it that way? Really?
What?
Oh, you thought you couldn't build it on
On
here?
the angle, yeah, but that was something we didn't know.
Okay.
If we had to
Yeah, you
get
never
permission, we weren't sure.
That's fine. So at least you put it in there. All right, well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Is there anyone here that would also like to speak on their behalf? I'm seeing none. Is there any opposition to this zoning request? I'm hearing none. Any questions from you guys? I honestly don't see any problem with any of
Ready to make a
this.
When you're ready.
Yeah, as long as you guys don't have, you have any
Okay.
comments or concerns?
I'm good.
Everybody's good with it? All right, is anybody prepared to make a motion?
I'll try.
We're gonna make two and one, but go ahead.
Well, for both of them.
You're fine.
I would like to make a motion in the case of ZA-03-25 to allow the appellants to reduce the front yard setback to 40 feet and to allow a 0-foot setback or 0 feet foot setback in the back to avoid the wetlands on lot 8.
I would clarify which, it's not the back, it's the side.
On the southern,
Read it off of here.
we call it the southern.
It's
Okay.
called the southern
On the
side
southern
yard
side, I'm sorry.
setback.
Yeah, On the so we change, on the southern side of the property of that's lot 12.
Lot 12.
Go ahead and repeat back my jumbling, please.
What was it you said at the end, Bob? Oh, Butts lot 12. Sorry.
Southern.
Mr. Durrett, you call it the southern side.
I should have substituted southern for back. The southern side of the property.
No, it's the south side of the property.
You're saying southern side
South.
property of lot 12.
It's abutting lot 12. Do you want us to clarify it again or do it again? Would you rather?
Yeah, I mean, if that makes sense to you guys, it's just that you guys are interjecting each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't we do it again? Because his initial one, he said Buting lot number 8, and it's actually lot number 12.
Oh, it's abutting.
Yes.
Lot number 12. And he actually said lot number 8 in his motion.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
we
let's go
redo
ahead
it
and,
again?
yeah.
Just-
Is that okay with you?
So there. Exactly.
Okay.
That's it.
Then I'll just try to shorten it.
Yeah, so we're gonna,
As short
delete-
as you can.
Yeah. just
in
read-
the
just
motion.
read
Read
off-
off of there.
read off
Okay.
that.
I was trying to shorten that, but I didn't. So again, make a motion in the case of ZA-03-25 to allow the appellant to reduce the front yard setbacks to 40 feet and the southern side setback to 0 feet to avoid the wetlands on the property known as Lot 8. Why do you have to put that about the swimming pool?
Yeah, because she wants to put the pool in.
We don't have to put that in the motion though, about the swimming pool, do we?
I mean, it's in the,
Period.
Just so you
Period.
understood. You don't have to have it in. Just
Period. Okay.
as long as you have, excuse me for 1 second, as long as you, yes, off the record. As long as you have what they're asking for
Right.
in there, that's fine.
Okay.
The only thing you didn't put was a budding lot, that other lot. You want-
Bute's lot 12.
So at the end, I don't know what he said at the end. He said, to the southern side to 0 feet.
Avoid wetlands on
Do
the
you want to put a budding lot?
Lands on the property known as lot 8 is what
And just
Oh.
read the rest of it. And then you'll be good.
All right, then I'll just, then I'll pick
All
up
right,
where I
on the
left off.
record.
Back on the record, then the last sentence will say, the side yard the appellant wishes to reduce is for a future swimming pool which abuts lot 12 that the appellant already owns and is a non-buildable lot.
Perfect.
Should just give it.
It's very hard to read back from a court report.
Again, make a motion in case VA -03-25 to allow the appellant to reduce the front yard setback to 40 feet and the southern side setback to 0 feet for the wetlands on the property known as Lot 8. Okay, is anyone off the record? Ellen wishes to reduce this for future swimming pool that would abut lot 12, which the appellant owns and is a non-buildable lot.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Long?
Second. Robert Durk,
Yes.
David Long,
Yes.
Rick Morrison,
Yes.
John, or, who am I missing?
Mr. Kelty?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Kelty, sorry about that.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, congratulations, and hopefully it gets easier for you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Watch
Have
out
a
for
good
the
night.
bats.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Need a break? Sure. All right.
Sorry, I'm gonna take it so long.
I think it's gonna get easier though, because
Yeah.
these were a couple difficult things.
Yeah, hers was a little, there was quite a few things. All right, so moving on, we do have another case, case ZA-04-25, Mr. John Zumrick. Okay, make sure I said that right. Okay, at 6566 Stymie Road in Lowville, Ohio, which is Poland Township. And he's requesting an accessory building. The maximum square feet for floor area of a detached accessory building is as follows. R1 residential one is 600 square feet. The appellate requests a 24 by 30 accessory building totaling 720 feet. 720 square feet with an attached 240 square foot concrete patio. In the note it says variance is for accessory building only. The porch area is in compliance. So we have that's the zoning permit denial form, and then we have Mr. Zumrick's application, and we have a letter of intent, which I'll read in a moment. We have an aerial view of the property. We have the zoning district map. We have all of his information from Mahoning County Auditor's website. And then we also have his site plans and a warranted deed for the property. And Mr. Zumrick's letter of intent is as follows. He addresses our trustees, says, I am writing a request for a variance approval to construct a 24-foot by 30-foot, which is 720 square foot detached garage with a loft not to exceed 20 feet in height. I make this request to use said garage as storage space for property maintenance, equipment, and other owned property. I have submitted, along with the variance application, 7 copies of county, which we already went through. I would explain what he had in there. And these are existing structures and proposed improvements with accurate dimensions and the paid fee of $325. And he has listed his phone number, and respectfully thank you, Mr. John Zumrick. So, Mr. Zumrick, please come up and tell us about your building.
John Zumrick, 6566 Stime Road, Lowville, Ohio, Poland Township. When we first purchased the property about 2.5 years ago, there was an existing pad there, for a garage. So we bought the property thinking we're gonna build there. Well, it's 720 square feet. We're allowed 600. So I'm here just to request those extra feet, you know, and the height difference, you know.
So keep that in mind. We have the requested feet and height variance.
I have an attached garage on my house. I have a brick ranch. There's an attached single-car garage. It's filled. Since I moved to Poland Township with that property, you know, I've bought a zero turn, I bought a power washer. I can keep going on, and I have no room to even park my car in there. So,
Yeah.
and if we decide to get another vehicle, which we're going to, that might go in there as well.
Spain, that's perfect.
So,
Yeah, and you're already halfway there with the concrete slab.
yes.
So-
Oh, one other thing too. If this gets approved here, Mahoning County is gonna come and look at the footer. It has an existing footer, okay, and the guy who's gonna build the garage already dug on both sides to expose the footer. So Mahoning County's gonna come and look at it,
They can come and inspect it.
inspect the footer. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Any questions?
No questions.
I don't have any.
What's the size of your lot?
It's 1.85 acres.
Okay, I was trying
Yeah.
considering trying to add it
It's
up
like
in my head.
about 200 by 405 or something.
I couldn't figure that.
Yeah.
And I can always ask, any opposition, any complaints of the neighbor? I mean, you only have.
No, actually,
Truthfully.
Well, yeah,
no,
yeah.
both neighbors, the one on my left is closer to me.
Right.
He's like, wow, I can't believe someone's gonna build on that pad.
He's probably looked at it for
Yeah,
15
it's
years.
been there for so long. He goes, that's great. And the other guy's
Oh.
like, well, I can't wait because 2 houses down, if you look at the aerial view, the guy has some cars and some older trucks there. He goes, that'll block all that.
Hmm.
He goes, so that'd be great.
Hmm.
So
Is your lean-to gonna have a garage door on it, or is that just gonna be all open?
it's gonna be open. It's
Okay.
gonna be,
Yeah, on the side as well? Or just?
I'm gonna have a garage door. Well, a garage door, then an access door
Oh, okay.
on the side of the garage.
I see.
And then the overhang's gonna be connected to the garage
Okay.
itself.
Now
That's
on,
a porch, isn't it?
It's a porch.
Yeah.
It's a concrete pad, but there will be an overhang.
Yeah,
It's connected to
yeah.
the
and
garage.
that really doesn't even count in the square footage,
Yeah.
really.
Right.
I was just curious, like, is this side gonna be, all exposed?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
We're gonna enjoy, because, my neighbor has a nice pond.
Yeah, you look out, so, yeah,
Ducks.
I was just curious.
It's beautiful. So we'll just go out there and,
Absolutely,
have some coffee and just
sure,
enjoy the view.
and you're halfway there with the pad, as long as the
I
county
know.
gets approval.
Yeah.
But-
I
yeah.
think they will. My
Yeah.
builder seems to think that the
Who is your builder?
Stolfus and Sons,
Oh,
yeah, he's ex-Amish, actually.
oh,
So
he'll build it right.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you. Greatly
Thank you.
appreciate it. You guys have any questions, right? Any more questions?
I mean, you said you don't think there's gonna be a problem with the county approving the
No.
footer. I mean, should that have been something,
No, that's not our, that's
No,
not
we
our.
have-
I mean, do we have to put that in the motion, like pending, approval?
No.
Okay.
No,
No, because
because
it-
that's, it goes to them and they make their decisions. He spoke with them on purpose because he didn't want to have a problem
And
after.
if they say it's no good, then he could rip it out and put a slab there, and then we would still be taken care of on our end.
Would you have to come back?
Mm-mm.
If the order wasn't good, which it's sound, it's solid, then that's like I said, I'll probably just rip everything out and
Start over.
start again. Another,
Even when they
spec-
put these footers though, now they can do anchors and all kinds of
Yes.
things.
yes,
Well, if that's been there that long too, it was built right.
it was built.
'Cause I'd rather have that than today's concrete anyways.
I know,
So,
I know, it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
in perfect shape. It's awesome.
Right.
So,
well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
thank you very much.
Sure. Is there anybody else who would like to speak in favor of Mr. Zumrick? I'm seeing and hearing none. Anybody who would like to oppose Mr. Zumrick's request? I'm seeing none. Okay. Guys, I honestly don't see any issue at all with this.
I was concerned at first about the height, but then for as far back as that's gonna be,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right, it's 20 feet.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
I don't have. I mean, do you have an issue
no,
with that?
no, at
Okay,
first,
just making sure.
just, it's a little more like the last gentleman was 2 feet 4 foot high, but for as far back as that is, I don't think somebody's gonna sit there with a protractor and say you're, okay.
Yeah, I have no issue with any of this, as long as you guys are okay with it. Someone's prepared to make a motion.
I can make the motion.
Okay.
But I hacked through the last one.
In the case of, I'd like to make a motion in the case of ZA-04-25, that appellant, Mr. John Zumrick, be granted a variance to construct an accessory building totaling 720 square feet with an attached 240 square foot concrete patio, dimensions 24 feet wide by 10 feet deep. The variance is for the accessory building only. And we would also grant a variance for the accessory building to have a height of 20 feet to peak. And this variance would be granted under the terms of the plans and the drawings submitted with the variance request.
Second? Oh,
Do you want her to read it back?
I don't think she needs to. I think you covered everything. But if you want to hear it again, go ahead. You can read it
Yeah,
back.
go ahead and read it, Ben.
Go ahead for the record.
It's challenging for you, Dina.
I would like to make a motion in case the ZA 04-25, the appellant, Mr. John Zumrick,
That's correct.
be granted a variance to construct an accessory structure totaling 720 square feet with an attached 200 square foot concrete pad. Feet, 24 feet wide.
I think it's 240.
Yeah,
Square feet, 24 by.
I just read it right off this thing.
That's okay.
240 feet wide by 10 feet deep, that's not right.
24.
No,
24.
Sorry, this isn't fun when I'm not. I would be.
Okay.
724, 24
That was the
feet
patio.
wide by 10 feet deep.
Okay, that's what's throwing me, I'm sorry.
Patio.
The variance is for the accessory building only, and we would also grant a variance for the accessory building to have a height of 20 feet to peak. And this variance will be granted under the terms of plans and the drawings submitted with the variance request.
All right, can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Mr. Kelty? Thank you.
Poll the board. Okay, David Long,
Yes,
Mr. Kelty,
Yes.
Rick Morrison,
Yes.
Bob Durick.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Summer, you're good to go. Just one quick note, he put in there as per the plan submitted, so please make sure that once you get your approval from Mahoney County, you stick exactly to your plan, please. Sure. Just see Patty at your earliest convenience.
Yeah, so tomorrow or the next day or what, call us up and tell us you're wanting to get your permit. We have all the information here. So all you have to do is state that you're ready for it and we'll draw it up, and then you come in and pick it up and pay for it. Now, you do have to pay for that permit. I don't know right now.
Linus would like to,
We'll calculate it for you when you call. Sure,
but I'm looking.
sure.
But stick to your plans, 'cause we don't want Patty to come after
They
you.
shouldn't.
I might shoot you with this permit.
Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Do you want to, she doesn't want to break? Okay, we're almost
sure.
done.
Your little fingers are probably hurting now, Lou. All right, so moving on, we have one more case tonight. It's Mr. Nick Lombardo. Hope I said that right. Okay, at 5200 Miller Road, Poland, Ohio. And he's asking for an accessory building. And our zoning guidelines are no detached accessory building and agricultural estate are 1, 2, or 3 residential districts shall exceed 1 story of 15 feet in height. The request is for 21 feet in height, and maximum square footage is 1,000 feet per our zoning guidelines, and he is requesting a variance of 1,120 square feet. And his dimensions would be 28 feet wide by 40 feet deep. And we have the application from Mr. Lombardo when he initially filled out the permit. And then we have his letter of intent, which I'll read momentarily. We also have his aerial view. We have the zoning district map. We have all of the auditor's information on the property from Mahoning County auditors. And we have his site plans. And he also included, okay, just his site plans here. 2 separate pages. And the letter from Mr. Lombardo to our board reads as follows. It says, "Dear members of the zoning board, I am writing to request a zoning variance to build a detached garage on my property noted above." And just for the record, once again, that property is 5200 Miller Road, Poland, Ohio. "The proposed garage will be used for personal storage and parking. The garage will be designed to fit the character of the neighborhood and will not create any negative impact on surrounding properties. I respectfully ask the board to consider this request so I can make practical use of my property. Thank you for your time and your consideration. Sincerely, Mr. Lombardo." So, Mr. Lombardo, would you like to speak to the board and add anything, or?
Nick Lombardo, 5200 Miller Road, Lowville, Ohio, 44436. I want it to match. It's actually new construction home. So I actually live in Canterbury right now at 3885 Hunters Hill. And I'm building this house on Miller Road. And I wanted to start the garage within a few weeks. And I want the front gable of the brand new house being constructed, I want the garage to match it. So that's where my height comes into play.
I was actually going to ask you
I
that.
want the roof lines to match, you know. I mean, I'm 700 feet off the road too.
Yeah, I know. I see
Yeah.
how far back it is.
Yeah.
So,
So,
It could go even farther if he wanted.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
See that lot?
yeah.
yeah, nice setting.
So thank you. So basically, that's all. I just want the roof lines to match and then the 120 square feet just because I want to stay with an even dimension of 28 by 40.
Makes sense to
So
me.
that's all.
Okay.
That's all it is.
You know, when I went past it, where the hell's his house? You realize it was new construction.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I like your, no disrespect to the previous appellants, but you have a very nicely designed structure. I mean, that's a nice picture.
Thank you.
If the house is going to look like that, I think it's going to be nice, and I have no problem. Especially for the way you have, what, 18, how many, you have 18 acres total? Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah.
Get lost.
Yeah.
Are there any questions?
Can I, just on personal, why did you want to put your house way back? Why wouldn't you have it where it opens up? Why do you want to be, is that too far back? Personal.
You mean I went too far back?
I mean, no,
No, he's asking
Why did you put,
why.
if that was,
Why?
I'd be sitting back there when you wouldn't even be able to see my house from the
Well,
street.
there's a little creek thing that the driveway goes over. So that was kind of in the way. So I wanted to go past it.
Okay.
And then I had to get the septic in there.
Yes.
Nobody bought that property forever because they didn't have no vision of talking to the county and
Yes.
seeing how to put the septic in. So I started with her, and then I did more research and more work and everything like that. And then They're like, yeah, you can put it right there. So I got my septic permits. It's right behind the house. I mean, not right behind, it's actually 20 feet behind this garage, but it's a huge septic field. It's probably 400 feet long all the way to the woods.
I'm sure if you could have put the house back further, if it was reasonable, you probably would have.
Yeah.
But it's a driveway, it's a,
Oh, yeah,
I mean, it's
You put
everything
concrete
that you,
yeah,
Asphalt till you get to the house.
shipping car.
Yeah.
Anymore though, asphalt's just as much as
Yeah.
concrete.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's great. Okay.
So.
Any other questions? From our
I'm
board?
good.
All right, thank you very much. I'd ask if there's anyone else here to speak in favor of Mr. Lombardo's, construction plans. I see and hear none. Is there anyone here, wishing to oppose Mr. Lombardo's, construction plans? I'm hearing and seeing none. No complaints. All right, I'll turn it over to the board. I personally have no problem with either one of these requests. From that far back, you wouldn't be able to tell if the roof's gonna be 20 feet or 50 feet, to be honest. So I have no problem with either one of these. The garage, it's, 120 square feet additional.
I'm okay with it. Seems very reasonable.
I agree. Mr. Kelty, do you have any questions? or
No,
concerns?
no, I'm good.
Perfect. Is there anybody prepared to make a motion?
I'll see if I won't hack this one up. Yeah, I would like to make a motion in the case of ZA-05-25 to grant a request for the appellant to build a structure of 1,120 square feet, dimensions 28 wide by 40 feet deep, and to allow the request of the relief in height to 21 feet.
You don't even have to read it back. It's perfect.
It makes up for the last one, so.
Can I,
did somebody make a second?
no, I was just waiting. I need a read.
was
Anyone
nice.
like to second that?
I'll second that.
Mr. Kelty, thank you.
Okay, Bob Durick.
Yes.
Mr. Kelty.
Yes.
Rick Morrison.
Yes.
David Long.
Yes.
All right. You're good to go. You can come see Patty and whenever you get to that point. So I'm sure you guys have been in contact.
Oh, really? I'm taking off.
Yes, sir.
So, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
okay.
was wondering why you were here.
Yeah, I'm like, is he here to oppose? I thought maybe you were the neighbor here to oppose something.
See what the.
Oh, this was a crazy meeting that you came to.
You're doing your research. I was waiting on you to get up and start yelling at us.
He's moving to Struthers instead.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Did you want to? No, I don't have anything I need to address right now.
Everybody okay with adjourn?
I'm good.
Make
good.
a motion to adjourn
Okay, at
8,
10, 12.
8:12, yeah, at 8:12 p.m.
Rick is making a motion. Who's second?
I will.
Who's on? Oh. Do you want me to pull the board?
Yes.
As soon as I do this right. Okay, Rick Morrison,
Yes.
Robert Durick.
Yes.
See,
Yeah,
okay.
No, I'm the
David
one.
Long
Yes.
and, Arthur Kelty.
Yes.
He said no, he doesn't want to
Let's
leave.
keep going.
Oh, I didn't, I was
No.
wondering why you were laughing.
No,
No, he doesn't want to
No,
leave.
let's keep going.
Save the one and then,
She wants to talk.
yeah.
You guys sort